Okay, so let's look at the challenge, right, for Google Forms here. Okay, so first part, I want you to create a survey using Google Forms, obviously, right? The survey topic can be anything that you choose of your choosing. Just make sure it's school appropriate. Okay, but you have to follow the guidelines here. Okay, your website, you need to create a whole new web page, right? So a web page called Forms. Right? Then I want you to change your navigation bar from the side to the top. Right? Then I want to title your web page Google Form Challenge. All right, so the new web page, right, will be what I'll see in the navigation bar, and Google Form Challenge is what I'll see when I open the page. Okay, then I want you to embed your Google Form on your web page. Okay, don't link this to text. I want it to be embedded, so I want to see your actual form on your web page. When you do your form, just title it whatever your name, first initial, last name, and then survey. So mine would be J. Teakin Survey. Choose a theme, any theme you want. And I want you to include these questions. Right? Include a short answer question that I want to be a Gmail address specific. Right? So I ask, what is your Gmail address? Make the question required, and I want you to include a data validation. So validate that it's an email address. Do a paragraph question, a multiple choice question, do checkbox question, and here I want you to include a data validation. Right? So make sure it's appropriate for the question. Then do a drop down, a linear scale, multiple choice grid, a date, and a time. All right, so we're going to do those 9. And you have 2 validations in there. All right, now do a second section. So on the second section, I want you to create a title for the second section. I want you to include, so a title. I want you to include a description for the second section. Now, very important, I want you to make the second section accessible through the final survey question on the first section. All right, so you're going to have, and it doesn't matter what order you put these in, but whatever the last question is in this first section, it needs to direct the person to the second section. So based on what they answer, you need to go to the second section. Right? Okay, I want you to include 1 image, and then sharing. I want you to share your Google form with me, right, and my Gmail, NWU Gmail. Give me permission to edit. Right? When you share this, I want you to share the editing link, not the live form. Okay, so let's be clear about that. When you actually embed this on your Google site, right, I want you to do the live form, the live link, not the editing link. Okay, when you share, though, I want you to share the editing link with me. Right, so what's the difference? Right, if I just open up a survey here, here's the editing form. Right, so this is the one that I can edit. You can see I have questions, responses, I have all the editing features. When I go to preview, this is the form that people see that they take. Here's the live form. Right, so on your website, I want the live form embedded. When you share, I want the editing form. All right, part 2 here, I want you to actually complete your survey 3 times. Just label it student 1, student 2, student 3, right, and make up email addresses. So vary the responses as well. Right, I don't want the exact same responses for all students, because we're going to grade it at the end here. Okay, then I want you to generate a Google Sheet. So share that sheet with me, right, to the JTeakin NWU, give me permission to edit. And then I want you to actually link that sheet to text. Okay, so this time don't embed. So on your web page under the Google form, type Google form responses and link this sheet to that text. And lastly, so the third part here, in your Google Sheet now, right, I want you to actually grade one of the responses. So pick one of the questions and grade it. Right, so you're going to do this by inserting a column and then actually writing formulas. And that's the Google Form Challenge.